This lesson will focus on how to solve multi-step equations. So let's look at example 1a. So when you have equation and you have variables, which is an alphabet on both sides, and numbers on both sides, what's the first thing you should do is you have to isolate the variables. So let's look at the left-hand side. Left-hand side, you have 3x plus 2, but you want to remove the 2 on both sides. So first thing you do is you subtract 2 on both sides. So how you write it, you will say 3x equals to 2x minus 8 minus 2. That means 3x equals to 2x minus 10. The next step you have to do is you have to move on to the right-hand side of the equal sign. And you only can have numbers, you cannot have alphabets. So that means we have to remove the 2x. So I have to subtract 2x on both sides. So the next line you write is 3x minus 2x equals to 2x minus 2x will become 0, so just negative 10. So x equals negative 10. Therefore, x equals negative 10. That will be your answer. Let's look at 1b. Same thing again. I want to isolate the x and I want to isolate the numbers on the right-hand side. So if I want to isolate the x on the left, the first thing is we have to remove the 7 from the left. So minus 7 minus 7. And you will have negative 2x because the 7 minus 7 will become a 0. So it just becomes negative 2x equals to 8 minus 7 minus 5x. And the next thing you do is you collect the like terms first. So 8 minus 7 is 1 minus 5x. Then the next thing you should do is you want to isolate for x on the left. That means on the right-hand side of the equal sign, you cannot have any x. So I have to add a 5x. So I add a 5x on the left-hand side too. So negative 2x plus 5x equals to 1. Then 3x equals to 1. And you will divide it by 3 on both sides. So this implies x equals to 1 over 3. And that will be your final answer. Okay. Let's look at part C. Same thing again. I want to remove the 5 on the left-hand side of the equal sign. So I have to subtract 5 on both sides. And you'll have negative 3x equals to negative 2 minus 5 minus 2x. So negative 3x equals negative 7 minus 2x. And I have to add 2x on the right. In order to remove the x on the right-hand side of the equal sign, you'll get negative 3x plus 2x equals negative 7. That means negative x equals negative 7. And you divide it by negative 1 on both sides to get 1 positive x. So x equals to 7. And that's your final answer. Let's look at part D. Part D, since all the alphabets is already on the right, so let's remove the negative 10 on the right. So we can isolate the x on the right-hand side of the equal sign. So we add 10 on both sides. You have negative 12 equals to 4x plus 2x. So negative 12 equals to 6x. And you divide it by 6 on both sides to get 1x. So 1x equals to negative 2. But in terms of math, usually we write the variables on the left to be more professional. So I swap the direction. So I just change it. X equals negative 2. Therefore, x equals negative 2. Okay, let's look at the second page. Example 2, right now we have brackets now. So the first thing is you have to remove the brackets. How do you remove the brackets? We have to use expand. Expand means take out the brackets by using multiplication. So this 6 is in front of this bracket here. So that means 6 has to times by x and 6 has to times by negative 5. So that will become 6x minus 30 equals to. Next thing you do is this negative 3 is in front of this bracket here. That means this negative 3 has to get distributed into the 2 terms inside the bracket. So negative 3 times by 3, negative 9x. Negative 3 times by negative 8, positive 24. And then we are going to remove the numbers on the left. We want to isolate the variables on the left-hand side. That means you want to remove the negative 30. So you add a 30 on both sides. You will get 6x equals negative 9x plus 54. And next one is you want to remove the negative 9x on the right. So you have to add a 9x. So you get 15x equals to 54. And how do I get x now? You have to divide it by 15 on both sides. And x will become 54 over 15. That's reduce the fraction, so they both can divide it by 3. So x equals to 18 over 5. And this is your final answer. Okay, let's look at part B. Same thing again. That's expanded. Take out the brackets. So 3x plus 4 times by 1, 4 times by x equals to, now, then you have to do 4 times by 3 and 4 times by negative 4. So 12x minus 16. Collect the like term first. 3x plus 4x will become 7x plus 4 equals to 12x minus 16. After you simplify the equation now, then we collect the like terms. And after you collect the like terms, you want to isolate the variables. So let's remove the 4 on the left. So you subtract 4 on both sides. You get 7x equals to 12x minus 20. And you want to remove the 12x on the right. So you subtract 12x on both sides. You get negative 5x equals negative 20. And I want to find what's 1x. So I divided by negative 5 on both sides. So negative 5 divided by negative 5 will become positive 1. That's how we get positive 1x equals negative 20 divided by negative 5 will become positive 4. Therefore, x equals to 4. Example 3, now we're going to use equations to model a geometric relationship. So we want to find each angle in a triangle. First thing we have to know is the sum of the interior angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. So that's right at 180 degrees. And next thing is we want to find the equation that models the sum of the interior angles in a triangle. That means I know angle YZW, the sum will be 180. So the equation will be like this. 5x degrees minus 3 degrees plus 2x degree plus 4 degree plus x degree plus 11 degree. It's going to be 180 degrees. That's an equation. The next thing we do is we want to collect the like terms. So we have 5x, 2x, and 1x. 5 plus 2 plus 1, you will get 8x degree. And negative 3 plus 4, negative 3 plus 4 plus 11 will become 12. So plus 12 degrees equals to 180 degrees. And we want to isolate for the variable now. So we subtract 12 degrees on both sides. Then you will get 8x equals 168 degrees. And that's divided by a on both sides to find what's x. So x degree equals to 21 degrees. That really means x equals to 21. And after that, we can find each angle. So we say angle W equals to 2x degree plus 4 degrees, which is 2 times by 21 degrees plus 4 degrees, which is 42 degrees plus 4 degrees, which is going to be 46 degrees. Let's try another one. Angle Y. Angle Y equals to 5x degree minus 3 degree, which is 5 times by 21 degrees minus 3, which is 105 degrees minus 3 degree, which is 102 degree. Last one, angle Z equals x degree plus 11 degree, which is 21 degree plus 11 degree, which is 32 degrees. So now we find 3 angles in the triangle. Okay, let's look at another examples. So look at the diagram. We know there are 4 angles, and those 4 angles are called supplementary angles because they form a straight line. That means the sum of the angles must be 180. Not only that, they also tell us angle ABC equals 90 degrees. How do I know where the angle ABC is? You're going from letter A, go to B, and go to C. This angle is 90 degrees. So the first equation I can write is 2x degree plus 60 degrees equals 90 degrees. That's the first equation I have. So let's isolate for x. That means I have to subtract 60 on both sides. So subtract 60 degrees on both sides. I got 2x equals to 30 degrees. And after that, I want to find what each x is. So I have to divide it by 2 on both sides. So x degree equals to 15 degrees. That means x equals to 15. Now, let's figure out how do we find y. Because the angle ABC is 90, and then the whole thing is actually 180. That means angle ABD. This implies angle ABD must be another 90 degrees. That means 3y degree plus 5 degree plus 43 degree is going to be 90 degrees. That simplified it, collect the like terms. So 5 plus 43 is 48 degrees equals 90 degrees. We want to isolate for y, so you subtract 48 degrees on both sides. So you will get 3y degrees equals to 42 degrees, and that's divided by 3 on both sides. So that means y degree will become 14 degrees. That really means y equals to 14. Here you go.